could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away, standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one a heart as pure.
Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought Harper turned 6 months old on the 7th of February, so that's about a week ago, but I'm just getting around to doing her 6-month update now. Not overly much has changed with her, but I still wanted to do an update because I've done her 4-month and 5-month update, so I want to sort of keep going. I want to really try and do it up till 12 months, just also so that we can look back on that as well. Yeah, so firstly, she's not quite sitting up on her own independently yet. I'll insert a clip of sort of where she's at, but she will sort of sit there with her hands in front, but then eventually tip to the side, so she still needs help with that. But she'll lay down, you put her on her back and she ends up on her belly now, so she's getting there. I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that she was born 12 days early or not. She's still loving this chair. I did show this in a video. We got this for Christmas for her and she does enjoy sitting in it. She really loves it, and like I showed, it's got toys on the back here so you can spin it around, or it's got this tray that you can leave things in and she'll pick things up from there. And that teether, my mum got her this one, this Newbie brand one, I think it's Newbie. Yeah, my mum got her that and that's her favourite. We've got a few different types for her, but that one's most definitely her favourite. Yeah, so that's her favourite teether. And this little teddy here, which my mum also got her for Christmas, and my mother-in-law also got her one as well, but she really loves. This was from Kmart. She just really loves her. So she just smiles at her, and yeah, she really loves this one. So that would have to be probably her favourite toy, as far as toys go at the minute, that she seems to really take a liking to. Yeah. And as far as the bathing goes, she's still in the laundry tub, but she's getting longer in the length, so soon she'll probably have to go in the actual bathtub, but for now she's still in the laundry tub, and I still bath her in the same products. I'm still using the Johnson's. I really reckon, I've said this before, and I really reckon this helps him. I use this on my son as well. He wasn't the best of sleeper, but it's funny and it sounds ridiculous now. I was 21 when I had my son, and I mean, I should have known. However, I didn't swaddle him, like I didn't wrap him, because he sort of just get his hands out of the cloth wraps I used for him, and he would get his arms out, and I thought, oh, he didn't like it. So, but I wish I would have persevered. And we use the Love to Dream swaddles with her, the zip up ones, and they're great. Definitely recommend them. I wish I had have used them back with with Bentley, he probably would have been a better sleeper, but never mind. So yeah, we use this in her bath, and then I also just put a bit of this, I think this is just from Woolies, sort of a coconut wash. Yeah, enriched with coconut oil, and that's dermatology tested too, so for baby's delicate skin. So I just squirt a few pumps of that in the actual water when I'm filling it up, and then I only do rub this sort of on her hair, around, yeah, on her head, and then rinse that off. So yeah, they're the only products she's using in the bath still at the moment, but I'll continue to use this. I used this for Bentley for years on him, even when he wasn't just that baby sort of thing. So yeah, love them. Because her sleeping, well, since she's turned, for the last week, so probably since she's turned 6 months old, she hasn't liked to sleep in the bassinet in our room anymore. She's gotten fussy when we put her in there overnight. I don't know, because during her day nap, she sleeps in her cot in her bedroom. So I don't know if it's the fact that she's gotten used to sleeping in her cot, and the more space, she ends up everywhere in the cot. She'll roll all over the place. So in the bassinet, obviously it's more confined space. She can't move around as much. So I don't know if that's what it is either, but for the last week, when we put her down for that last night nap, about 7:30, we'll put her in her cot, in her bedroom, and she seems to go off without a fuss in there. So, and in her diffuser, I'm still just using the Kid Sense Sleepy Eyes from Young Living. I've talked about this before on my channel, the Young Living oils. I just love them. Can't recommend them enough. So I'll put a few drops of this in her diffuser when she's going to bed. So just little things that you just try, I guess. And then she's still got her roller that I've talked about this too on my channel, just with a few drops of the Sleepy Eyes and lavender with coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil. So that's what I roll on the soles of her feet, and just on her wrists. Just the last few weeks I've just been doing that, seeing she's gotten a bit older, so just on her wrists. And then I also, when she's going down for that last nap, I'm still using the baby balm. Oh, I'm still using the baby balm from the Base Collective. I also talked about this, I think, in her 5-month update. So still using that on just on her legs and her feet. I use that one, and then also I sort of just mix between these two because they're the same similar thing. This one's from Melvery's Handmade Organic, and that's a chamomile sleep bath. So I also talked about that in her 5-month update as well. So still using those, and then she doesn't get really bad nappy rash yet, and we're still using the cloth nappies at home with her. So I reckon the cloth nappies really save on the nappy rash for the baby. So they're a really good one to use, and I have no trouble using it. I used them with Bentley for years, like the first few years of his life. So, well, you know, until he started toilet training. So yeah, and then but when she does get a nappy rash, we just use the pseudo cream on her for the moment because I got given this at my baby shower. So I'm just using that one, but like I said, she doesn't get it very often, so that's good. And as far as when she has got a slight temperature, or probably obviously due to teething, because she has been teething for quite a while, I can feel sort of sharp there, but nothing's through yet. And when she does really need it, we'll give her the Dimedon. The Nurofen, we've tried her on the Nurofen, but she just doesn't seem to take it as well as the Dimedon, so we just stick to this. But she doesn't have it very often, like I said. Tried to keep that minimal use. And then when she has had stuffy noses, which it's horrible to use this on them, but I mean, you got to get them, you know, the boogers and stuff out some way. So, and Kelvin won't use it. He just thinks it's cruel. So I use it on her, just the Fez little noses. We just use that on her. So, but yeah, it is a horrible thing to use on them, to have to do, but it helps them. That needs to come out. So that's for that. And as far as the feeding goes, she's now on the Nan Pro 2 formula that you see down here. She's on that one now, from obviously since she turned 6 months, not before, so just from 6 months. And she's still taking the Medela bottles here that she has taken from the very start, and obviously she's up the teats now to suit her. So that's a medium. We need to look at getting the next step, because I think she's ready for that next step teat now. So yeah, we have tried I've got tons of these event bottles. I use these for my son, not the Medela ones. I use these, but I use these from the start. See, so I think obviously she's gotten used to the Medela ones now, so she prefers them over these. Obviously different teats and everything. So I've got heaps of these. We tried her on this the other day. I did with just a tiny bit of boiled cooled water, and she just didn't want to barb it. So we're just using them Medela bottles for her at the moment. Now, as far as feeding goes, she's still really funny with it. Like, I've tried it, we have tried her a couple of times on this baby cereal here that I just picked up from Coles. But a girlfriend of mine was telling me, and I'm gonna try it. She's another YouTuber on here, Rhiannon, and she just makes up her own. Well, when her babies were young, she made up her own, like, sort of baby cereal type thing, just with oats. She said ground really finely to a powder, and then boiled that on the stove in a pot with some hot water. And then when that was done, she put some pureed pear through it. So I'm going to try that. So I'm going to get her some pears and give that a go, see how she takes to that. But obviously she's going to be funny with anything at the start now, because she's still just used to the bottle and the milk. But what she has really been liking is, you can see she's sort of had fun with this one. The teething rusks also that I just picked up from Coles, the local supermarket. So yeah, she has seemed to be liking them. She'll sort of go on them and off them. So yeah, just been giving them. Do you want it, Harper? Do you want this? You don't want it at the minute. She not long woke up from a nap, so I thought I'd do this video while she's just fresh awake. So she'll probably be due for a bottle soon. And her bottles during the day, it's so hard. Like, Colin will come home and say, how many bottles has she had? And I say, seriously, unless I was writing it down and recording it, it's so hard to keep track of, because she's still having the 90 mils, make up the 90 mils for her. And it just depends. A lot of the time she'll drink all of it, and then a bit later she'll have more. But then sometimes she's still funny and she might only have 50 mils of it and then leave the rest. And be done on that for a while until she wants some more. So it's sort of just giving her, I just give her what she wants when she wants it type thing. There's no set schedule on it. So that's just what I do with that. And I mean, she's growing. She had a 6-month-old check. She was fine with that. A mess. Yeah, and this is fine. She can't move in this. It will not move. So it's really a good safety seat as well. So she can kick about, whatever, it won't slide, it won't move. It's completely sort of, it's like it almost glues to the surface that it's sitting on. Okay, so her, where are we? So yeah, her 6-month check, when she had her, yeah, so her height was 65 and her weight was 6.48 and the head measurement was 42. So everything was all well and good. I still have to book her in for a 6-month health check, because the doctors, the GP that we went to, the nurse only did those checks and gave her the immunisation, and I have to make another appointment with the doctor for her actual 6-month health check. So book that in, get that done for her. But overall, she seems to be doing well. Healthy little baby, so definitely growing. So yeah, the bottles, like I said, she's fine with that. But the other week I did make up on the Thermomix, there's a baby's first meal puree on there, so with chicken and potato and veggies and a bit of banana and stuff. I sort of had a little try of it and it tastes quite good, but she screwed up her face, didn't want it, so I've just froze them in the little pouches you probably see me use, in them freezable, reusable pouches. So I've just got that in the freezer waiting for when she's ready. And just for the teething, along with the Dimedon, I'm still just using the Jack and Jill teething gel. But so I used Bonjela with Bentley, but I saw this just at a sort of health foodie store chemist, so I thought I'd try this on Harper. But it comes out, see, the Bonjela's a lot thicker consistency, so it sort of stay on your finger or whatever, however you put it on, better. This is a quite runny consistency, so you sort of got to be quick when putting it on your finger and getting it into her mouth. But yeah, she doesn't seem to mind that. She'll take that all right. So that's that. And the other week we did take her to our local swimming pool, just in the sort of heated pool indoors, and she did really quite enjoy that. I did have a clip Kelvin took, a video of her in there, but I put it onto my computer. If I can work out how to get it back onto my phone, I'll add it into this 6-month update. So I'll try and do that, because that was so cute. She really loves the water, like even in the bath. She just loves having a bath. She loves water. So that's great that she loves that. I want to soon get her into swimming lessons. I got Bentley into swimming lessons quite young. So yeah, I want to get her into swimming lessons and get her used to the water, because it's very important, obviously, that they know how to swim. And my stepsister for my baby shower got me this Kids Me food feeder. I've never seen them before, and her kids are older now as well. And she was like, you know, I hadn't seen all this stuff either. It's so amazing, like, because I had really none of this with Bentley. Like, it's just like you just didn't know about it all as much as you do now. I suppose with all the social media and Instagram and Facebooks and things like that, you see all these things more now, because I didn't so much use any of that back then with Bentley. So yeah, but yeah, she hasn't really used this. This comes with a spoon and different sized feeders for different sized ages. So you got the 4-month up to the 6-month feeder. So yeah, but the one she mainly uses is, she's still on the 4-month one. I have tried her a couple of times on the 6-month one, but because, are you alright, Mother? But I think because it's just seems a bit bigger and that for her to hold, she doesn't. But I just put some frozen fruit in here, mostly frozen mango. She seems to like that. Use that for a while. She'll chew on that for a bit. So yeah, and it's just got the little holes, so just little tiny bits can come out for them. So that one's obviously got the smaller holes because that's for 4-month, and that one's bigger because that's for 6-month. So yeah, and like I mentioned, we're still obviously using the cloth nappies, and I will continue to use them, because I just think obviously they're much better for the environment. They save you money, you can buy other things, so that's always a plus. But yeah, I'm still just using the nappy covers from Peapods. I got these just from a chemist online for a 2-pack. I'll try and link that down below too for anyone that's interested. But these are really good. I mean, sometimes she might have a spill, just like even with disposable nappies, like a leakage. But I just soak them and they come up quite all right still. So yeah. So that's that. You're enjoying that. You are, aren't you? You're enjoying that, aren't you? Do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello to everyone? Were you just enjoying your ask? And this seat thing, it's really good that it's removable, this cover, so you can throw it in the wash. Yeah, she still really enjoys, like, when you're out and she's in the pram, she'll just sit in there content looking around, and she still loves her walks. We take her on walks mostly every day around the block with the dogs, so she likes doing that. Yeah, and still, well, she hasn't had a dummy at all, and still not having a dummy, so that's good. One less thing to try and get rid of, I suppose, when she's older. And the sleeping, the only thing that's really set is the nighttime sleep, when she goes down for that last sleep of a night. So that's the only time that's really set in concrete. Usually the 7:30 mark she'll go down, and a lot of the time she'll sleep through. Like this morning she slept till 6 o'clock, but yesterday afternoon she was a bit funny with the naps, didn't want to sleep. So I think she was just extra tired from not having that afternoon nap she usually has. So, and at the moment, like obviously as she gets older, I'll bath her closer to bed, but at the moment she'll get bathed about 3:30, just then, so it's done, before she'll go down for that second last nap in the afternoon before her final nighttime nap. So, and I sort of just, like, I'd say she is in a bit of a schedule, because I'm a real routine person, so she's in a bit of a routine. However, I just watch for her, like once she's woken up, been awake for a while, we play and whatnot, then I'll watch for the signs of her getting tired, and then that's when I'll attempt to put her down. So it's sort of just like that. It's not a, you know, it's not like I watch the clock and go, oh, this time, you know, it's just whatever I see the signs from her, then she'll go down. So yeah, she's sort of, I find she sort of will stay awake usually an hour and a half, and then start to get the rubbing of the eyes, tired, So then I'll put her down again. So, and she's really good baby as far as putting down goes. Touch wood at the moment. You put her down after she's fed, burped, nappy changed in her Love to Dream swaddle. She's got the music on the iPad playing, the sleep music, the baby sleep music. I put that on every time she goes for her to sleep. And she'll have all that on, and then she'll go off quite contently. I've got the baby monitor on her, and she'll go off quite contently without a fuss. Like I said yesterday afternoon, she was fussing a bit, like she didn't want to go for her sleep, and it was quite a hot day. So I do have this ceiling fan in there, and we've got ducted. So I sort of just turn that on when it's really hot to cool the room down, and then turn it off because it does get really cool in there. And the body update, as far as I'm going, I'm still doing the same things: walking, exercising at home, eating relatively healthy. I eat pretty well. So, and I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at the moment. So yes, well, I think I've updated you all on Miss Harper. So I'll see you back here at her 7-month-old update. And yes, that's right, isn't it, Miss? That's right. See you back here? Yeah. She loves the camera. As soon as I brought her out and I had it all set up, she's just smiling at it. She just loves it. So yeah, well, that's that. And I thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.